Are you new to gardening and wondering which vegetables are easiest to grow? Welcome to Farming Know-How, where we unravel the secrets of the soil and sow the seeds of knowledge. There's nothing quite like the satisfaction of serving up a home-cooked meal made from ingredients you've grown yourself. Vegetable gardening is a rewarding endeavor that brings joy, health, and a bounty of fresh produce right to your doorstep. Imagine stepping outside, the sun gently warming your face as you reach down to pluck ripe, juicy vegetables from your very own garden. The flavors, the colors, the textures, all unparalleled when compared to store-bought produce. And the best part? It's not as hard as you might think. Our mission today is simple: to guide beginners on the journey to a flourishing vegetable garden. We'll focus on the vegetables that are easiest to grow, even if you've never so much as planted a seed before. So let's dive in and find out which vegetables you can start planting today. Before we get to the vegetables, let's talk about soil preparation, the heart of a successful garden. Soil preparation is a crucial step in cultivating a thriving vegetable garden. The soil is the life source for your plants, providing them with the essential nutrients they need to grow and flourish. Without proper preparation, your soil might not have the right balance of nutrients, which can stunt your plant's growth or even prevent them from growing at all. Let's delve into the types of soil and their characteristics. There are three main types: sandy, loamy, and clay. Sandy soil drains quickly, but it doesn't hold on to nutrients well. Clay soil, on the other hand, retains water and nutrients, but its compact nature can restrict plant roots. Loamy soil is the Goldilocks of garden soil. It's just right. It retains moisture and nutrients, yet drains well and is easy to work with. However, not everyone is lucky enough to have loamy soil in their backyard, but don't fret. With a bit of work, you can improve your garden's soil. The process of preparing the soil for planting begins with testing. Soil testing kits are readily available and will show you what your soil is lacking. From there, you can add what's needed to create the perfect environment for your future vegetables. Adding compost or other organic matter is a great way to enrich your soil. Compost introduces beneficial microorganisms that help break down organic matter into plant-available nutrients. It also improves soil structure, making it easier for plant roots to penetrate. Proper watering is another key aspect of soil preparation. Overwatering can lead to waterlogged soil and root rot, while underwatering can leave your plants parched and stressed. The trick is to keep the soil consistently moist, but not waterlogged. Soil preparation may seem like a lot of work, but it's worth it. The time and effort you put into preparing your soil will pay off with healthier, more productive plants. Now that you know how to prepare your soil, it's time to decide what to plant. So, which vegetables are beginner-friendly? Let's start with the basics. First up, we've got radishes. This root vegetable is a real gem for beginners as they germinate quickly and mature in just a matter of weeks. To plant, sow the seeds directly into the garden soil, about ½ inch deep and 1 inch apart. Radishes prefer cooler weather, so it's best to plant them in the early spring or fall. When it comes to care, water regularly, but don't overdo it. Radishes are ready to harvest when the tops of the roots are about 1 inch in diameter. Simply pull them out of the ground and voila! You've got your first batch of homegrown radishes. Next on the list is lettuce. There's nothing quite like a fresh, crisp salad made from your own homegrown lettuce. Start by sowing seeds indoors or directly into the garden. Keep the soil consistently moist and you'll see sprouts in no time. Lettuce is a cool season crop, so plant in spring or early fall. Harvest the outer leaves first and the plant will keep producing more. Moving on, we've got cherry tomatoes. These are a must-have for any beginner's vegetable garden. Start seeds indoors about 6 to 8 weeks before the last spring frost date. Once the seedlings have 2 sets of true leaves, transplant them outdoors. Cherry tomatoes love the sun, so make sure they get at least 6 hours of sunlight each day. Water regularly at the soil level, keeping the leaves dry to prevent disease. Harvest when the fruits are fully colored and slightly soft to the touch. Next up, cucumbers. These are perfect for beginners as they're easy to plant and yield a high harvest. Plant seeds directly into the garden after the danger of frost has passed. Cucumbers love warmth and lots of sunshine, so be sure to plant them in a sunny location. Water regularly, especially during dry spells. Harvest when the cucumbers are about 6 to 8 inches long. Last but certainly not least, bell peppers. Start seeds indoors about 8 to 10 weeks before the last spring frost date. Once the risk of frost has passed, transplant them outdoors. Bell peppers need plenty of sun and moist, well-drained soil. Water regularly, but don't overwater. Harvest when the peppers are fully colored and slightly soft. Remember, the key to a bountiful harvest is regular watering, weeding, and patience. Whether you're growing radishes, lettuce, cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, or bell peppers, these tips will help you get started on your gardening journey. So, don your gardening gloves, pick up that trowel, and let's get planting. As a beginner, it's normal to make mistakes, but let's talk about some common ones to avoid. First up, overwatering. It's easy to think that the more water, the better, right? However, this notion couldn't be further from the truth. Overwatering can lead to root rot and suffocate your plants. Instead, try to keep the soil consistently moist, but not drenched. A good rule of thumb is to water deeply, but less frequently. Next, there's the mistake of planting too closely. We understand the excitement of wanting to grow as much as possible in a limited space, but crowding your plants can cause them to compete for light, water, and nutrients, which can stunt their growth. Always refer to your seed packet or plant label for proper spacing guidelines. Then we have the ever-lurking issue of neglecting to weed. Those pesky weeds are more than just an eyesore. They're competition for your vegetables. Weeds can rapidly overtake your garden if left unchecked, stealing valuable resources from your plants. So, make weeding a regular part of your gardening routine. Ignoring pests is another common slip-up. It's important to remember that your garden is part of a larger ecosystem, and that includes insects and other critters. While some are beneficial, others can cause significant harm to your plants. Regularly inspect your plants for signs of pests, and take action at the first sign of trouble. Finally, don't forget about the importance of soil health. Ignoring soil quality can lead to poor plant health and disappointing harvests. Regularly amend your soil with organic matter like compost, and consider having your soil tested to ensure it has the right balance of nutrients. Remember, everyone makes mistakes, especially when starting something new. But by being aware of these common pitfalls, you can take steps to avoid them and set yourself up for success. By avoiding these mistakes, you'll be well on your way to a successful harvest. So there you have it, the beginner's guide to growing vegetables. We've navigated through the world of vegetable gardening, learning the importance of preparing the soil before planting. Remember, the healthier the soil, the healthier your plants will be. We've also identified 5 easy-to-grow vegetables for beginners: lettuce, radishes, green beans, zucchini, and cucumbers. These are perfect for anyone dipping their toes into the gardening waters for the first time. But let's not forget about the common mistakes we need to avoid. Overwatering, planting too close together, and neglecting to rotate crops can lead to a less than fruitful harvest. But with the tips and tricks we've explored today, you're well on your way to a thriving vegetable garden. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Farming Know-How for more gardening tips. Happy gardening!